Hello, my name is Brian Ludford and I'm the Secretary of the Federation of Engine Remanufacturers, and I want to talk to you about automotive remanufacturing and in particular remanufactured engines. Now, remanufactured engines have taken a big increase in the last few years, mainly due to the fact that they are very green and environmentally friendly, and of course they provide a very good cost-effective option over new engines. Remanufactured engines today are of an incredibly high standard. This is down to the precision engineering techniques that are used to make them, including very good quality CNC machines, which give us a level of finish way above that was ever achieved in the past. So much so that a remanufactured engine today is as good as a new one, and in some cases even better. Engines can either be remanufactured by taking the unit out of the vehicle and remanufacturing on the premises, or they can be swapped for an exchange unit from elsewhere, and very often the latter case is more cost effective. Some of the causes for engine failure that require the engine to be remanufactured are very often lack of coolant, lack of oil, and very often a timing belt or other chain failure. Damage from these can vary from quite moderate to very severe, with, for instance, a conrod stuck through the side of the block. To get a good quality remanufactured engine, you really need to use a reputable engineer, one who has access to the right equipment, the right spares, and more importantly, the right technical information, all of which leads to a good job. When talking to your customer about remanufacturing the engine, you need to ensure that they understand just what is and is not being remanufactured. In addition, you need to talk to them about ancillary parts. For example, if the engine failed through loss of coolant, is the radiator okay? Is the water pump okay? These things could cause further problems once you've done all the work you need to do. I use an analogy of my own, taking myself as a point in case. I'm a relatively old guy, knocking on a bit in years. Now, I may need a new heart at some stage, and the surgeons may stick inside of me a heart of a nice 21-year-old. And that heart is thumping away 10 to the dozen, doing a great job pumping the blood round. But unfortunately, of course, the rest of me is still knocking on a bit. And that's the analogy to look at when the engines are concerned. If you've remanufactured an engine and you put the old water pump on, that water pump has slowed down with the rest of the engine as it's got older. It's got a new engine in there pumping away and can soon fail. So these things need pointing out to your customer. The thing to remember, of course, is that the remanufactured engine is only as good as the ancillary parts around it, and it's important to ensure that these are all checked beforehand. When talking to your customers about having their engine remanufactured, then remember to try and use a reputable remanufacturer. There's quite a lot of rogues out there who will do a cheap job for you. But to get the kind of quality you need and the finish you need to give your customer the confidence they want in the work, then you have to go to someone who's reliable. One way of checking this out is to contact your local trading standards office. They have records of people where they've had complaints. Or if you have someone in mind in particular, again, you can check that out with that. Or alternatively, of course, you can go to www.fer.co.uk. That concludes this brief presentation. Thank you very much for watching, and I wish you well.